Record.
Hello. What are we doing today? Well, today we are okay tonight. Finish classical sampling handout. I think I gave you guys one for homework. I'll just put that up in a second here. Second one is we're going to do a little bit more on the kiting. That's a it can be a little bit confusing, and sometimes it's given in different formats. So we'll take a look at that one. Multiple choice review. We'll talk about that when we get to it, and then we'll start chapter 11. All right, so let me put up the where am I at? All right, so unless I made an error, which has never happened before, I think this is what you should have gotten for this is what you should have gotten for problem 6. I'm lying, problem 5. There isn't problem 6. All right, so this is problem 6. No, is it wrong again? All right, just ignore what I'm saying and look at the screen. All right, so I think what you should have, the mean per unit should have been 6,400,000. Direct misstatement. It's understated by 400,000. Ratio estimation. Your rounding might have been a little different. It should be close to this though. I'm not sure what my rounding was on that. But 295,000 projected misstatement. Predicted value is 6,295,000. And then difference estimation was 300,000. Question on that?
All good.
All good?
Yep, thanks.
Okay, very good. All right. So next thing on the agenda is the kiting one. And so this is the kite. You already have these rules. I don't know why I'm spaced this out so much, but we already have these rules. The first one is a journal entry must be made on the same date or before. As if the deposit is received by the receiving bank. Oh, that's why I see what the problem is. It's that. Okay. Sorry about that. All right, so the same day by the receiving date. So it has to get clear us, or excuse me, the journal entry. Must be on the same date or before, and received by the receiving bank. And the journal entry for the deposit and the receipt must be made at the same time. All right, so we have these transactions down here. Which of the following transaction represents a likely instance of kiting? All right. Well, let's go through the first one. Journal entry must be made on the same date or before. So, okay, so here's the book and here's the bank. So is that one okay or not okay? What do you think about that? I gotta grab.
I would say it's okay.
Sorry, I got a little bit of emergency going. Yes, you're right. It is okay. And let's just go through these for number one only. So the journal entry must be same day on the same date. Second one, same date or before. That's fine. Second. Okay, I apologize. All right, now down here, this one is generally not okay. Okay. So this one will be likely yes. All right, let's go to the second criteria. The journal entry for the receipt, the deposit and receipt must be made on the same date. Okay, so we're looking at the book amounts here. And they are made on the same date. So is this kiting? No. All right, this one. Same date. Okay, like kiting? No.
No, I'm okay.
All right. Uh-oh.
That's most likely like kiting.
Yep. Yeah, you'll notice that they put it in the bank on the 31st and they didn't disperse it until the first. So this is when you actually have money showing up, magically showing up in the bank.
And the second one and the other one is like kiting as well.
Yep, very good.
And I would say no for the last one.
Yeah, now. Oh, you're right. I got this one wrong. You don't think it must be maybe at the same time or before? It was maybe before. Good catch. Very good catch. And you're absolutely right. So this is and this one, there's just a delay in the bank counting it. You know, they made the deposit, they didn't count until but they made it on or before, and they made it at the same time. So this one is not a yes. Some crazy person just put in there. This is a no. Yeah, and this one it was put in before. Okay, so these are kiting examples. Now down here, these are odd scenarios. These are not necessarily kiting. They're just some things you gotta be aware of. The first one down here, you'll notice that the disbursement date is before. Well, first of all, it falls on that they're not made on the same date. The disbursement and the deposit aren't made on the same date, which is a no-no, but this actually isn't technically what they call kiting. And here's why. What's the weird thing about this one, as far as the book is concerned? This one is actually not made to make it look like you have more cash than you have. This one is made to have the books look like you have less cash than you have. You write a check and maybe you don't even, mail it or whatever. But it makes it look like your expenses are higher. Why would they do this? Maybe they do this to avoid paying taxes or whatever the reasoning is. But it's technically not kiting, because kiting is actually trying to make your bank account look higher than it is. This is actually making your bank account look lower. And this one down here, now it falls down in that it's made after the deposit. It's deposit on the 31st, but it's made after the deposit. Now there is a kind of a mitigating factor here, and that is it was also received on the 31st. So this is this one, let me write these in. So this first one would be a this is a manipulation to understate cash. And this one down here is really more likely a delay in making the journal entry. So sorry, we got a family member in a hospital. Okay, so this is the kiting thing. It's basically how to manipulate cash. Now, again, nowadays, so much of it's done electronically that this is not an issue. You know, like if it's done electronically, usually the disbursement and receipt are on the same date and it's very quick. And if that happens, there is no delay in a check clearing, for instance. But you still run into it, and I believe they still test it on the CPA exam, although I don't know that for a fact. But they used to test it quite heavily because that was a kind of a big thing. When I was going through back when we used, you know, burn sticks and cave walls, was a big thing. Okay, so let's save that. All right, and I'm going to send out an email for the Chapter 10 multiple choice, and then I'll talk about it after I send this out. Okay, so you should get this momentarily. Okay, so what we're going to do is a multiple choice review, and these are some multiple choice questions that are, most of these are CPA questions. I think all of these are, to be honest with you, this one, there's only 5 of them on this one. And you can get extra credit points for the class by how many you get correct, what percentage, basically. And so, you know, again, there's only 5 on this one. They're usually between, say, 5 and 10. I try to keep them around there. So you'll enter these. I'll launch a Zoom poll. Actually, I'll launch it right now. So I'll launch a Zoom poll, and what you're going to do is for the 5 questions, you'll, you know, put in whatever answer you come up with. The Zoom poll has 10 spots, so whatever you put in for 6 through 10 doesn't really matter. We're not going to look at it. And when everybody gets it turned in, then I'll share it with the class. Now, don't worry about making a wrong answer and, you know, thinking the whole class is going to see you made a wrong answer, because it doesn't show who did what. I see who participated in the sample, in the poll, but it doesn't show who answered what on the thing. So don't worry about, oh, I don't want to I don't want to do it because people are going to see that I don't know what number 3 was. Now you do have to answer all 10 of them. So there's a 5 that count, the first 5 count, and then 6 through 10 you can do whatever you want with. But you have to put in something, or else it's not going to let you submit it. So let me see if. All right, it looks like it came through on mine anyway. Hopefully you guys got it. Share my screen. And I'm virtually positive that all these are. Yep, all of these are CPA are actual CPA questions. The CPA exam used to be an open exam up until 1996, which I know is like super old. However, things like catch and all this, they don't. Auditing them hasn't changed in 100 years. So there are still valid CPA questions out there that were actually on CPA exams, and these are examples of them. It's kind of funny that no matter how they change all this stuff, you know, the sample, the auditing of them is actually pretty much the same. So go ahead 1 through 5 and see if you can figure those out.
Professor, I have a question.
Yeah,
So, I don't know if I'm looking on the right place, so I apologize for this. I'm looking at the multiple choice questions, like 1 to 10 questions, but on the review, there's like a 5 only, so.
yeah, so you just answer the 5, and then whatever you put 6 through 10, it doesn't matter.
Oh, I see. Got you. Thank you.
Yeah, I have these polls made up ahead of time for all the different classes, and I actually have polls for 1 through 10, 11 through 20, 21 through 30. But anyway, yeah, it's a quirk of it's really hard just to make a regular multiple choice poll in Zoom. So so that's why I go by 10.
Got you. Thank you.
Yeah. So if we ever have one for like 12, then I'll send out 2 polls. I try to keep them 10 or less though. Is there anyone else still working on it? Excuse me.
Professor, I just chimed in, so I'm actually printing it off now, so I haven't done it.
Okay, that's fine. I tell you, hold off on it, and we'll go through these, but I'll add you onto it.
Okay.
Is there anyone else that's still working on it? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and end it. Share the results. Let's take a look. See here. Number 1. D. Looks like you guys have. 2. C. Yes, the cutoff bank statement, the year-end balance will actually be the beginning balance of that one. You guys all got that. The tough one, I think, is this one, and it's B. You guys got it. Question 4, B is the answer. If you understate the outstanding checks on the bank side, it's going to look like you have a higher corrected balance. So this would be the one that would make it look higher. And the last one, oh no, this is good. This is it. It's kiting. Yeah, using the bank float to it has not recorded the transaction on the book, so it's going to look like money magically showed up at year end on one of the bank statements. Okay, you guys got all of them. And now I have bad news. So let me stop sharing. Stop sharing. Let's see, download the results. Wrong class. Let's put it in the right class. So this is okay. Now for the bad news. My wife was over visiting my son. He lives across the alley. Anyway, she started to feel bad or whatever. She called 911. So she's at the hospital right now. So I'm going to be wrapping up the class going to the hospital. So here's what I'm going to do. And I sincerely apologize. We're not going to be able to do chapter 11 handout, but we'll do it next week. So what I'm going to do is end the class early. I know you guys are going to be bumming, but you know that's the way it is. And I'm going to send out the exams, the chapter 10 exam. It'll be due a week from. I didn't put it on here. Okay, let's. Oops. So chapter 10 exam will be emailed. It was an exam. And it will be due on 2-24, Friday, a week from tomorrow. Let me make sure that oh, thank you. Let me make sure that I have everything set up in Blackboard before I do that. Assignment and work. Yeah, and obviously ignore this chapter 11 thing. So I'll be sending out the chapter 10 exam will be sent out momentarily. And it'll be due next Friday, but I know you guys are heartbroken because but yeah, we'll oh, thank you. But I'll see you guys next week, and so look for the exam in your email. It should be in there in like the next 5-10 minutes or so. Okay.
Sounds good. Thank you so much.
Okay, sorry guys, and I'll talk to you guys next week.
Professor, if you have a really quick time just to go down the answers really quick for those multiple choice before we head out. Can you
Yes.
just go over those really quick?
Let me share my screen. So the first one is D.
Okay.
Second one is C.
Uh-huh.
Third one is B.
Okay.
Fourth one is B.
Okay. And the last one, D.
Last one-
Okay. All right. Thanks.
Thank you. Okay, anyone else? All right. I will see you guys next week.
All right.
Good night, Professor.
Thank you so much. I think everything's okay.
Everything's gonna be okay.
All right, thank you. See ya.